Okay. Yes. So what is the doubt?
Yes, TCP dump file location.
Okay. So whenever you are taking TCP dump, you need to tell the the location. So for example, let me just share my screen. Just let me know once you're able to see my screen. You able to see? So for example, we run the command TCP dump tick minus NNI, right?
Yes.
Interface, we are saying any 0.0, we can say, or we can say any, right? Then host, or we can say simple that we will provide the location. For example, minus W for writing, then we can give the location of
Okay,
var
okay. Define the
temp.
location.
Okay, here you can give the the anurag.pcap. So once you hit enter, all right, and you will try to access the BIP from
Okay.
the PCs, you will see the traffic. Means you need to provide the location.
Okay, sir.
It will not take automatically location, right?
Okay, okay. So can you
Great. That means you did something.
the command, sir? So I will write down.
Okay. Okay, let me give you on the chat.
Mm.
So I just ping you one command, right?
Okay.
And okay, so if you need this file with the temp format, so let me write W, then var temp, then file name file.pcap. So this is the second command you can check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are doing, so let me check what is the traffic we have right now. Let me log in into the F5. So we have we have two VIPs, right? One for external and one for the internal. So we will use the external VIP right now. Go to local traffic, virtual servers, 172.16.100, right? HTTPS 172.16.100. So this is the BIP. Give me 1 second.
Sure, sir.
So here we will put the username Cisco. So you create your own lab, or what you did means, or you using the same labs?
No, sir, I have created its own lab because we have the VMware infrastructure in my organization. So there I have installed the PNet lab and the
Okay.
PNet lab. The
So you see okay. Okay. So you see we capture some traffic, right?
yes, sir.
And if you see we have 3769 packet.
Mm.
Okay. So once you will log in into the F5 via Win SAP. Okay. So let me go to the Win this management PC, and here we have the Win SAP.
Yes, sir.
And 192.168.10. What is the management IP? 100. Right? You need to put your username, root, and root password. Okay, so tell me where we located this file, means where we saved this file under the root bar
temp
temp
and then the file name.
temp. Then we should have one file with anurag.pcap, right? So here we have this file. So I just copy this file from F5 to this Windows PC. And once you will go to the documents, and here you will see anurag.pcap. So this is your file. So this is the way you can capture the TCP dump.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So now we will complete today. We will complete actually the load balancing algo, right? I don't know
Yes.
other people will join or not today, but we will understand the other load balancing algo. And this class, today class, we will take only 1 hour.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
So you got an response from Pritam? He will join or not?
Okay, still I have not received, sir.
Okay.
So I do one thing, I just call him because in the group there
Right.
is.
So you see, if you see this, this to 172.16.100, I think we have the BIP.
Yes.
72.16.100. So this is the correct BIP. This lab is working too slow. I don't know why. So IP address. Oh, IP. It should be IP dot address is equal to 172.16.1.100. It should be 10.100 or what? Let me see. What is the BIP address we have here? 16.1.100, right? So it
Yes,
should be there. Ten dot 26 1.50 we have.
if we are not applying any the client side and server side SSL profile, means we are working on the pass-through mode.
Yes.
And in this mode, F5 will not check any contents of the traffic.
No, F5 will not do either your SSL offloading, no encryption means no encryption and decryption. Decryption will be happen on the F5. Okay. So you see we have the traffic. Actually there was I was missing. So you see 172.16.100, right? So this is the packet capture you can see. You can do on your lab as well. So far what we covered, okay, we will cover this load balancing method today. So in dynamic load balancing method, you no need to define anything manually, right? Because these are the dynamic, right? You need to just change the load balancing algo under your pool, right? So where we can do it first, for example, we will use this VIP, external VIP only. So if you see, once I open the virtual server, so there is no option to change the load balancing algo. So where you need to go, first of all, you need to understand
So
which pool is associated with this virtual. So you will go to the resources and you will see, okay, this HTTPS underscore pool, HTTP underscore pool is associated with this virtual, right? So you will go to the pool, you will go to the HTTP pool. Here we have 3 members, right? And once you will click on the members, here you can see the options, right? So all options are there, right? So for example, we so far checked ratio, round robin ratio, right? And least connection as well. But here, these are the static one, and these others are dynamic. And we have also one other the method which is the priority group activation. So this priority group activation will be used on your DC and DR environment, right? For example, we have 2 servers under DC and 2 servers under DR. So we will give the highest priority to the DC servers, right? And the lower priority we will give to the DR servers, right? So once your DC server will down, so your DR server carry the traffic. So we will do the practical this one up. But for the dynamic, you need to just only click here. So for example, let me move this one here. So for example, we are using right now the fasted one, right? So you will just click on the pool and you will click on the members and you will see this fasted. Okay. And the other things we have you can also give the plugins to the application owner. So you will click on the about, right? Here, if you see, this is the option plugins, right? So here the some plugins are available for the backend servers. So it's saying the following agents provided additional function for the Windows servers, right? So these are some plugins. You can download these plugins from F5. You can download this F5 means F5 your device, right? And you can also download these plugins from F5 website, right? So these plugins basically what they will do, they will do the actual means take the actual the performance of your backend server, right? So if someone ask from your application team that okay no we need something that we can see, so you can provide these plugins to them. They will install these plugins on their server and uh, then they can means this dynamic load balancing features we can utilize. Even though if you will not install this feature, it will be work. Okay, but if someone required that okay we need some plugins or something, you can provide. Okay, so again go to the pool member. So here we will we will check the least connection. So you need the definition of this one. So if you need the definition of the least connection, right? Let me give you the least connection definition so that you can understand in the better way. So for fasted, we have this definition. definition, right? This load balancing method distributed new connection to the member or node that currently has the fewest outstanding layer 7 request, right? It distribute the new connection to the server, which is very fast in response. But how? So we have like now two options, right? Either the plugins installed on your system is backend web server, right? Or once like F5 will talk to the client, oh sorry, backend server. If he will like it will receive the fast response from this server, right? So it will like send the request to this one, right? If the virtual server does not have both TCP and layer 7 profile assigned, big IP LTM cannot track. LTM is load balancer cannot track request and response. Load balancing will fall back into the which connection, which load balancing method?
Least connection.
Least connection,
TCP.
right? So we need to what we need to ensure if we are using this fastest, what we need to ensure?
The TCP and layer 7 profile.
Right? Okay, so these are the some examples. For example, this server is very fast, right? This server is very fast. It got like in 190, 187 request. This server got like 127 request, and this server like got 47 request, right? So again, based on your performance, server response, and the other thing, we should have like TCP and layer 7 profile, right? So these are the weighted connection, right? Weighted connection. So this is also like under your dynamic load balancing method, right? So the weighted least connection load balancing method in the F5 use a propagation algorithm to distribute the load based up on the number of active connection and the connection limit for each pool member. So you remember like in the last week like try to set that okay 50 connection, 50 limit, 40 limit we can define, right? Under the pool
Yes, sir.
on pool member, right? And for example, server A has 40 connection, right? And its connection limit is 100. So that means it will utilize the 40%. But server B has 40 connection, right? And its limit has 2%, 20 or 200 connection. So how much it will utilize? 20%, because 200, right? And
Yes.
40. So you will receive only 20%, right? Same as like for server 3. If server 3 have like the more connection, it will utilize low percentage, right? So in this case, the system select server 3 as a capacity is 10%, right? So these are your weighted connection. But these are the dynamic like again. So means you no need to do many things like simply you need to just assign it and that's it. So you see 100 maximum connection limit 100, maximum connection limit 200, and here we have like 400, right? So if we assume that like the 40 connection here, so that means 40%, right? If we assume 40 connection here, that means 20%. And if we assume 40 connection on this server, that means how much utilization we have? 10%, right? So for example, like Anurag have the capacity to do like the more work as compared the new resource, right? So definitely you will receive the more work from your RM or like the trusted like the user or we can say partner. They will directly like reach try to reach to you only because you have like the capacity and you can like quickly respond and all. Any doubt on this?
No, sir.
Okay, great. So this is the observed connection, right? So in observed connection, in this object method, big IP will rank the pool member based on the number of layer 4 connections. So here, if you remember, what we will use? Layer 4. We will create one layer 4 BIP,
Wave.
and we will see like, you remember last time we did something?
Layer
Okay,
4.
no worry, yeah, layer 4. And automatically create the ratio load balancing. The pool member with the lower layer 4 connection will be assigned with the higher ratio, so that it will start to receive high connection request. The pool member will high connection will be assigned with the lower ratio. Right. So for that, we will create one virtual, no worry. So these are some your these load balancing method. Okay. You can do the practice in your lab, right? You can use this one, this one, this one, this one. We mostly use round robin and ratio, right? Because these are the static one. So we can define. But dynamic, you need to just select in the under the pool member, and then you can leave it, right? It will check your the response from your server, whatever server will response quickly. Accordingly, your load balancing algo F5 will behave, or we can say use the your load balancing algo. And this one we will also cover. So here we should have one priority group, right? Where is our priority group? If, for example, if they consider, so let me show you the priority group activation, right? So this one we will do right now. So for example, after that we will do the monitoring. So for example, this is the HTTP pool. Here I'm using the round robin method. Okay, and here I'm using the priority group, right? For that, what I can do, let me do the two. Okay, so you need to enable the priority group from here. You need to go to the local traffic pool, then you will select the pool, and then okay. So right now, if you see that all servers have the priority 0, right? So for example, this server, I'm giving the priority 10. And server 2 also we will give the priority. What happened? It's not updated or what? Then let me update it. So this priority is updated, and I think on server 1 we have not saved, so that's the reason. Okay, so you see on server 2 we have the priority now 10. Let me update it on the server 1 as well. And just update. So right now, how much backend server we have? The priority group 10, 2 servers, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means if I will use the BIP, Yeah, this one. So our traffic will be moved to the server 1 and server 2 only. It will not go to the server 3.
So it is mandatory to maintain make the same number in the both the server, or we can use a different one, 10 or 9.
Okay, so let me first of all show you this one, then we will come to this question, no problem. So we got the request on server 2. It's not refreshing. Let me again open the new request in the new browser. It should be go to the server 2. We have something other thing. Let me check on the external BIP. HTTP pool. Ratio is good. Why it's not going to the server 3? Or we can just server 1. Server 2. Where is the gap? Are you missing something or what? Nothing will be lands. We are not using SNet here. Under pool. HTTP pool. Okay, if I will change the
इसके पीछे
1, 2, 3, 1. Something is wrong. We are using the priority group. It should work like priority group activation. 10, 10, 5. Round robin. What we are missing here? This is server 1. Okay. So for example, it should be like 0. Let's see the priority group. So specify a number representing the priority group for the pool member. The default is 0, meaning that is the member has no priority. To specify the priority, you must activate priority group to use it when you create the pool or when you adding or removing the pool. When activate the system load balancing traffic automatically to the number. Okay, the higher the number, the higher the priority. So member with the priority of 3 has higher priority than a member with the priority 1, right? Same way we are doing. So now our traffic should we go to the 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so it's not going to the server 0. So high priority should be win, right? And for example, now again, okay, let me do one thing. So here I can define the priority 10 and let me add one more server. So what we can do here on this, so we will go to the topology, right? We will add one Cisco router. Okay, this one we will consider as a server
4.
4. Don't be confused. Okay, this interface I was using for something else. Let me delete if you confused or something.
Please put the internet.
Yeah, actually I was trying to like install one Jamp server. So this is the Jamp server. Okay, on this machine, so that we can do the content monitoring.
Okay.
So that's the reason I was using. But no problem. Let me quickly configure this server. Come on. Others people I think will enjoying their holiday, yeah, vacation.
Yes, sir. Maybe.
If so, we have it. And okay, what is the gateway? 50. So you set up your lab on your company VMware or where?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So no resource crunch and all, right?
So we have the sufficient amount of the CPU and the RAM.
Okay, okay. Yeah, then good, no?
Yes, sir. We had also installed
You
the
can
F5, F5 and the Palo Alto and the other things also, just for practice, sir. It's on practice.
great, 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 great. So how many F5s you are using in your in your company?
No, we are not using the F5, sir. That's why we are doing the practice on the lab.
Oh,
And one more thing, that in the 2R mode, it is
it's taking
necessary
too much time. Come on.
the SNet.
No, in the 2R mode, like, the SNet is like, not necessary.
Because we had tried by using the none in that option, but it is not.
Yeah, so that means I'm not using any SNet. That means I'm not using any source net.
Okay, so
Okay,
without
let's
source
first
net,
of
it
all
should work.
configure. Sorry.
Without source net in the 2R mode, it should work.
Right.
Okay, so
Host name server 4, interface GIG 0Y0, IP address 10.26.1.40, 255.255.255.0. No set IP default gateway 10.26.1.50. This is the correct gateway. Let me check. Yeah. Okay, so 50. You are able to reach to your gateway now. 10.26.1.50. Okay, and let me enable the
username.
yeah, config the username Cisco privilege 15 secret Cisco. Okay, and then
HTTP server.
HTTP server
IP HTTP server.
IP space HTTP
server.
server IP space HTTP secure server IP space HTTP secure server
Server IP HTTP server authentication.
HTTP authentication
Local.
login HTTP authentication. Here we are using okay.
Line VTY 0Y4, sir.
Oh, yeah, we will do it. IP space HTTP secure and the server authentication is no.
उसी में लेता सर ये. It will take the
Okay.
IC authentication method.
All right. Line VTY 024 login local. Anything else we need to do?
Nothing, sir. It's fine.
Go to the management PC, pool, members, add 10. Here we can the server for 10.26 1.40. Here is IP. And service we are using 80, right?
Yes, sir.
And priority group we can define the 5. Okay, so finish. And here we will define the priority group 10. So now we should have like 2 servers with the priority 10 and 2 servers with the priority 5. Okay, so all servers are up, right? So now technically the traffic should be go to your server 1 and server 2, right?
Right, sir.
Let's go here and where we have this external PC. Earlier where we tried, I think we tried on the wrong PC, external. Okay, this is the external PC, no? Okay. Let me close all browser. And this PC have the IP 172.16 series, right? IP config. Great. HTTPS 172.16.1.100. What is that? 172.16.1.100?
Yes, sir.
What is that? This is your BIP IP.
With external VIP.
Yeah. So you move, okay, you access server 1
Yes, sir.
and oh no, you will go server 2, right? You will not go to the server 3, right? See, 1, 2, 1, 2 only. Okay.
Right.
If, yeah, because of the priority. So
Yeah.
sometimes this question also come. So maybe you set up the priority group activation, right? As per your application team. They are saying that, okay, these are the your DC servers. So normally these servers will carry your traffic, right? But whenever these servers are down, right? These servers should take the responsibility and the whole traffic will be carried through the DR servers. Okay. So we are not creating the different pool, right? Either what we can do, we can create two pool, one with the DC and one with the DR pool, right? And we
Right.
can define that, okay, once you will not get any response from this pool, the traffic can move to the DR pool. But in this case, what we are saying, we are creating one pool only, which is the HTTP underscore pool, right? And we have the 4 member, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This first pool member have the priority 10, the second also 10, but third pool member we have the priority 0, 5, or we can say 5 only, right? So these servers technically now under your DC means these servers will carry your traffic. You, even though we are using round robin, right? But your traffic only will be come to the server 1 and server 2 only. It will not go to the server 3 and server 4. Why? Because we have activated the
Priority group.
right. So we whenever you face this type issue, so you need to check the priority group and all. Okay.
Sure. So our traffic is moving to the server 1 and server 2, right, sir? So in case the server 1 goes down, so instead of server 1, the one of the server 3 or 4 will take the responsibility. So which one will take the responsibility in the second group? 3 or 4?
Sorry. Can you repeat your question again?
Sir, right now, as per the configuration, the server 1 and server 2 will carry the traffic.
Right.
So in case the server 1 goes down,
Hmm.
so one
Right.
server out of 3 or 4 will take the responsibility.
So let me disabled this server, right?
Right. So in the group, the only 2 server will be continue. The server 2 will continue, and the one
I
server.
don't know. We can check live. Okay. Okay. So I just go to the external PC server 3,
Yes.
right? So what it's saying. So what we defined here, you see what we are defining
Then
here,
2.
right? And for example, this is also down.
So now the traffic
right?
will move to the server 3 and server 4.
Why this server 4 is not responding? I think we missed something on there. Let me check. I was thinking that I'm missing something. Server 4. So everything. So this is like, the interface. Great.
Same thing was happening with us yesterday, sir. I was used the two type of the router server we can configure. One is the virtual router and second is the original router iOS.
No, 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 no. So I have the doubt on like, line with TY 024
Login in
login
local.
local and we are missing something. Something is not good on this server. You see server 3, server 4 still authentication is not happening. So it's saying the connection was reset, right? That means
So in this
that
condition, if we use SSL profile, so it will work, sir, because we had tried yesterday.
no. We are not using. Listen, this is the backend server only. Okay, you don't need to do anything on this one. Okay, that I'm checking. That's the reason. Give me second. From F5, are we able to ping this server or not? To ping dot 10 dot 26 1 dot 40. We should have the response, right? There is something like, under this configuration only. Uh,
Telnet we can check.
yeah, we can try to telnet also. So these are the like, some troubleshooting step now. See what it's saying? You are not able to connect to telnet, right? That means,
We have to find the port, sir, port.
so
We can define.
port is running, listen. So if you go to here, like, HTTP is running on this one. See, HTTP health monitor is up, right? Okay, let me do one thing. This is the internal PC. This is the internal PC. Cisco server 4. See, 3, 4, 3, 4. So that means this server go to the F5.
So if we go to the virtual VIP for the external and define the both side HTTPS, then it will work, sir. Because we had tried yesterday.
No, but why we are using only port 80, no? Dear. See, we are doing SSL offloading. So we are using the client SSL, right? What we are doing right now.
VIP is 80, VIP is
So
440, sir.
yeah, no. So listen, let me show you. So BP is the 443. That's the reason we are doing SSL offloading,
Right, right.
right? But the backend pool member, we have the port 80 only. So this is the HTTP pool.
Okay,
If you go to the pool and you will see the pool.
okay, fine. Okay. The backend server is not HTTPS. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So this lab is pending from my side. The front end is the HTTPS and the backend is the HTTP. Okay.
Yeah. So this is available, enabled, good.
Port forwarding is also enabled. So okay, port 80 should work.
From internal, we are able to access, but from an external PC, we are not able to access it. Right?
Yes, but
Okay, this is the management. This is the internal and external. So why we are using this external here? Remove it. So IP interface. But IP is to access now. We need to check the gateway then. Ten 26 1.50, right? On this server, what gateway we are using? Twenty-six 1.50. Great. Mm, okay, one more thing we need to check. So server running interface 1 GY 0 by 0 255.255.255.0, right? That's the correct. Where is the gap, man? 1026 1.20, right? 1026 1.40 255 dot, right? IP default gateway 1026 1.50. Oh, so what we added here, you see, we added one static route on the server 4. We added one static route. IP route 0.0.0, or we can say I will click here, control A. It should work now. Hmm? What's your thought?
In the 2 or more, the route will work. So this is from external.
Yeah, so what? Yeah. So what we are doing, like, we say that, okay, if we received, like, we add one static route, right? On the backend server for the lab purpose.
Server 3 also have the static route, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
If you go to the server 3, server 2, we can say, you see?
Yes, sir. Okay, so this is the reason that without SNet, I am not able to access the from external. So once I
Right.
add this route in the backend server,
Hmm.
so source net is not necessary. Okay.
Right. Okay, what we can do, let me remove this. Okay, control A. Okay, and then do right, and let me do the same thing on the 3. So running config section IP route config T, and then put this one, and we can do no. Okay, just checking in the other way. Okay, and now if you go to the external PC, server 4 will not work. Right, and even though server 3 will also not work, right? So what we
So
can do,
yes, in this condition, either we have to use the source net or either the route.
right. And now let me try. This is interesting, right? Uh,
Because
okay,
in this
now
condition,
we
the
can go
traffic
to
is
the BIP.
coming
Traffic
from.
is only going to, so listen. So if network self IP, what is the gateway we are using,
50.
and what we should have? Either we should have this one, right?
No, sir. If we define the external route 00, then it will work. The default
Yeah. So
gateway
then
not
then
work.
it's working now. So okay, right now we go here,
And use the source net, then it will work.
external BIP, and let me put the source net, then we will see.
It will work, sir.
And we will use automap,
Yeah, it will work because the return
right?
traffic will goes to the its IP.
Self IP. So external PC, server 3, server 4, right? Any doubt on this? And
So, sir,
if what we can do, so let me go to here and go to the network, go to the VLAN, right? We have the external VLAN, right? And external VLAN is connected to the with what? 1.2, right? So what we need to do, so this is like, we are using as a 1.2. Either we need to change interface and we need to change the, the configuration. But this is the, the topology which you will, see in your organization, that, okay, you have, front end something edge, but backend something different, right? In the backend, like, the internal network, mostly we are using like, the 1026, that, right? But if you are going to the public, you will use the public IP. And here, like, F5 will auto translate your IP, like, public to the private, and also do the port translation. So we see that, okay, where is this option, right?
So currently the
You
front end
remember or
we
no?
use the HTTPS, sir.
Okay, so you see, this is the BIP, the HTTPS, and we have the different IP on the for the front end. We have the front end IP 172.16.1.100, right? And what is the backend IP we have? 10.26.1.x, right? And we are not using any translation like, on the switch and router. Here, if you go to the BIP, right, and you click the basic to advanced, here under configuration, you will see we have one option, right?
The port and the net translation. Yeah, this one.
Address translation enabled, port translation enabled. If you uncheck this box, you can't translate, right?
Right.
So this is something. Okay, so you can also like, check the priority group from your end as well, right? And today, like, we will not cover most of things, but yeah, from tomorrow, like, tomorrow we will like, try to cover, or we will say we try to complete the health check monitoring.
Monitor.
Okay, so health check monitors, yeah, monitors we will like, try to complete. Then we have the
Fine, sir.
profile, like, profile and other things as well. Okay, so this is for today. Any
Okay, sir.
question you have?
No, sir. One question is that the right now we are using the at the front end 443 and back end 80, right, sir? So can we do the reverse?
Right. This
Front
is
end 80,
called,
back end
what,
443?
listen. So if you remember, here your PC, client PC, here we have the F5, and here we have the backend server 1, server 2, server 3, right? So from client to F5, we are doing SSL offloading.
Right, sir.
Means from here, we created one tunnel, right? And we are securing our traffic, right? But once your traffic land to the F5, F5 will send the plain traffic to the backend server. So that's the reason we are using SSL profile here in between client and F5.
Yes, sir. So can we
If
do
you
the
want to
reverse?
do, okay, so what you want like, that this backend traffic should be like, encrypted, and this would be plain. So you are saying that, okay, someone like, can enter to my house, but on the one room I have like, put one lock. And this is the unknown person for you.
No, yeah, no, it should not be. Right.
Yeah. So why we are using like, SSL offloading? Because this person we don't know, right?
Yes, sir.
So it will come to your door, he will knock the bell, right? And then you will check that, okay. Then you will see with the like, here we have the SSL certificate. So we are checking, okay, this is the genuine person, right? Then you will enter to your home.
Yes, sir.
So that's the reason we need to secure like, the front end only.
Yes, sir.
But in case some cases like, the people are using like, the that they need like, end-to-end encryption, right? So we also used this one. We just discuss about that. Okay, we will do the practical also.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Sure.
So that's it for today, and we'll
Okay, sir.
continue for tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And bye.
Okay. Bye.